be able to go to Cleveland and play a game without Kelsey. I believe we play a half this time, our starting offense. So it should be a little bit more of what you normally would see in the preseason.
It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Eagles and the Browns, and it's all up next.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Today, it's the second week of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson makes his return to the NFL gridiron this season after holding out for the entirety of 2021 and being traded from Houston. The Cleveland Browns, they made a big investment not only to bring him in, but to give him by far the most guaranteed money in NFL history. If Watson remains the same player he was in Houston, though, a 3-time Pro Bowler and one of the game's biggest playmakers, he may finally solve a decades-long search for Cleveland's franchise quarterback.
I think it's a little unfair to say he was holding out. I don't think he was. I don't think he was holding out. I believe it was battling legal problems. But I guess it's a narrative that they won in the game instead of talking about domestic abuse. It's easier for them.
Sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's going to have the Browns first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. But they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who's much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle they go with Sanders to about the 26 here.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here.
Now Brown, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but there's ever a good time to do it.
Preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now it's Watson. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It's a gain of 34. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats show much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the move to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. Down the numbers. There he goes. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They take over here with good field position thanks to that nice return after the interception, as they're already in the red zone, 1st and 10. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Second down, back to Sanders. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goddard from 10 yards out. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Cleveland offense making their way out as the offense comes in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They go back to the air here after the play to his fullback out of the backfield.
Good sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
I I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another good reception there, and the Browns on the march. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw is Watson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards that time for number 14. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now we'll get a stoppage here.
Okay, no, not Fletcher Cox, too.
Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look.
Oh, he's going for the game, too. That's just lovely. Well, hopefully he's not into the regular season.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this.
I always do a substitute as soon as the thing. He'll come back on his own over time. But I always do a substitute on an injury because in the preseason it's just not worth throwing him anytime early. It's just not worth it.
Control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Wow.
The Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And some room to roam now. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Sanders. Now Hurts. Man open. It's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Finding his way over for the sack that time.
Well, I had a slant prepared, and they had to move the linebacker back where I thought he was going to be coming in. And as soon as they did that, I knew my pattern was screwed, and so I tried to rush around, and it didn't work.
So that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Throwing is Hurts. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders there to trap him for a loss of 4. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you open up lanes for your runners.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Flush to his right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes, or are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
I do know from experience when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run with Sanders. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of...
I guess I threw the wrong kind of pass because that ball was like a line drive, and so the linebacker was able to grab it. I think I have to do like a loft kind of pass on that one. That's something I just wasn't expecting for him to be able to grab.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. After the interception, here's Watson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Again, it's Watson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Here's Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Cortland Sutton from 4 yards out. And the Browns are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. To throw again on second down. Hurts. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason. They've left their starting quarterback out there for the second quarter. I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they were able to find some success running the football, which is something they'll need to continue to do in a close game like this one. Meanwhile, for the Browns, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half. These two coaching staffs are likely using this game as their dress rehearsal for the regular season. So some final adjustments being made. And for the call of the second half, we send it back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Scott. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Now Scott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They'll run on first down. It's Scott, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. The 20.
I threw that ball right when he was coming out of his break. He should have been able to catch it easily. I'm not sure what the heck happened. Look at this. He's in his break. It was just a bad throw. Yeah, there's just no reason for it. Yeah. It was totally Minshew's throw problem with his accuracy.
It's now a 14-7 ball game.
I really, really need a new backup quarterback.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another
I might check out free agency before too long, or I have to do that during the right before the regular season starts.
Ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having
Great, Whiteside is one of my backup tight ends that are actually valuable.
They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted.
And he's pretty much probably gone for the game. Lovely.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Scott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
When any running play is called, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. When you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll run with Scott. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
How the heck did he catch the ball instead of my guy?
As they get it up to the 43-yard line.
It's just crazy.
Interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Here's Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. He was a third-round pick, not rounds 1 or 2, but this franchise, they think he can be something with time.
There were a few teams that thought he would go in the first round, late in the first round. He ends up sliding to the third. So a lot of teams think now maybe this group got a steal. They've got a chance to have a really good player here if he can develop.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization, general manager, personnel department.
I didn't realize they didn't have the Baker Mayfield trade implemented in here. That's kind of crazy. You'd think the roster update would have had the roster update with Baker Mayfield being traded. That happened a long time ago.
It takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks.
It's pretty disappointing.
They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Javon wins 37 yards. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now they're a little further behind the 8 ball after the interception led to the touchdown. So a 2-score deficit here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Being strong up the middle is imperative. I don't care what your sport, but in football, when you got a D tackle who can contribute not only to occupying bodies, but also making plays on the ball carrier, that's when you have the cornerstone of a solid run defense.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the guard crowd in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off play action, it's Minshew. And he's taken down. This will be a real sack.
I hit the button to pass like almost immediately, and it didn't work. It was just absolutely crazy. I guess because he wasn't completely set in the pocket yet. I don't get it.
That's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They revert. Now Mayfield lost the football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
On the carry, this is Scott. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. On 2nd and 9, Minshew completing it to the right side. Johnson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Here's Scott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
This team was about running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Now Minshew. Out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down moment.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Jalen Reagor, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the drive was polished off on the touchdown catch by Jalen Reagor. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side, taken in by the tight end, Bryant.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Mayfield to throw it. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Bryant has it. Room here to run. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield with it once more. Again to Bryant, and again it's caught. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
On 2nd down now, Felton. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz, 36 yards. And the Browns have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
We'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Remember, throughout my career, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. The gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And out now come the Eagles. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing on first down is Minshew. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. He'll get this out wide to Scott. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also have those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second and 5 now. Minshew. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Minshew. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time.
Yeah, I'm not doing the right type of throws is my problem. I know what my problem is. I just have to fix it myself. It's all me pushing the buttons correctly.
But he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now Mayfield. And a look at the next-gen stats reveals that sack occurred in all of 2.3 seconds. And you think you want to be an NFL quarterback? The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Pulled in at the 24. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew. Again, that's Watkins. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Minshew, 1st and 10. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Again, Minshew looking to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Minshew sets to throw. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not winning for him.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance on it.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. They go to Johnson again. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm was just off. Just got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
So now the Eagles down on the scoreboard. 25 seconds remaining. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Green able to dance free. We knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts it in to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again.
I mean, that last interception, I tried to make it a toss pass, and it still looked like it went on the line.
I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place.
Which I don't get why I did that, but it is what it is. We lost this game. I don't really care about losing preseason games. It's all about me learning the new things in this game, figuring things out. That's all that really matters. The important thing also in everything is our offense and defense in that first half, which was first team on first team, performed really well. A little disappointed that the EA didn't have the rosters updated though. That's kind of a disappointment.